So 2 5-gallon buckets. We're going to go ahead and mark them at 5 inches from the bottom, and then we're going to drill the holes, and that's going to be on both gallons. 5 inches from the bottom. All right, so we're going to start off with drilling a gallon, any gallon, basically 4 holes at the top. And then we're going to also do 4 holes at the bottom. Basically north, south, east, west on each side of
Leave my feet alone. Okay.
All the way around.
Now you want to take this tool. You want to make it a certain size, right?
Yes.
That's good?
There you go. Yeah. However you need to make the holes. Roughly they're about go ahead. You don't want the holes too big because then dirt will get inside and will get inside the gallon. That's definitely not what we want. All right. I'm going to go ahead and place the gallon at the bottom.
So drill a hole in the bucket next, right?
Okay. We're going to go ahead and drill 1 hole 5 inches from the bottom of the gallon, 5-gallon container. Put in there. So we're basically, to drill, we use the 3/8 size drill bit. Basically, this is everything you're going to need for your DIY 5-gallon self-watering bucket. I learned this from Gardening with Leon on YouTube. You're going to need container mix. So what I did was I mixed it with potting mix. And so I mixed half of this bag, Miracle Grow Performance, and with just regular potting soil, or not potting soil, potting mix. So the first gallon, so it doesn't really matter what container we're going to be using, roughly about 1 gallon, and 4 cans, and each can has been perforated with holes, 4 at the top, 4 at the bottom, and they're going to go upside down inside the container. We also have PVC pipe that we cut at an angle, about 1 inch. That's what you're going to need basically to fit it inside the gallon bucket. Here on the gallon, 4 holes at the top. We're going to go ahead and put that in there at an angle. Okay. We're going to go ahead and put that in the first bucket. So what you want to do is you want your pipe to face your hole, so that when you're watering and you're over watering, you get to actually see the water coming out versus it being on the other side of the bucket. Learn that the hard way. All right, so we're going to go ahead and face the tube where the hole is. If I'm in there, take me out.
Okay. Just do it, but we could always edit.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and lower.
Yeah, just do it.
Okay. Get that pipe in there however you can. At an angle. We're going to go ahead, like I said, find our hole, and we're going to basically point our watering tube where the hole is on each one. So what we're doing is basically causing air at the bottom of our container so that it doesn't rot. You're going to take 4 cans and place each can around, I'm just going to go ahead and I'll show you in a minute, around the gallon. There, pretty sturdy. You also want to make sure your can is just below the hole, which it is on the inside. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing with the other gallon. Okay. Basically, 4 cans, 1 gallon. That's it. From this point, we just take our dirt and put the dirt right inside and in between all of the cans and the gallon. And then we're going to go ahead and fill each container all the way up to the top. While you're filling up your dirt, before you fill up your dirt, you just want to make sure that you are going in between the cans and letting the dirt fall there. Just to fill it in there and not just leave it void. Bang it a little if you have to. There you go. You want to make sure your dirt is moist, not wet, just moist.
Cause I like to be myself. If you're not agree, you can walk away. You can walk away. You can walk away. Something in my mind makes me think I ain't nobody perfect. Something in my mind makes me think I ain't nobody perfect. Something in my mind makes me think I ain't nobody perfect. Something in my mind makes me think I ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect.
This is the last part. You're going to go ahead and fill the container all the way to the top. Basically make a hill. Going to do the same for both. Press it all the way down. And as you water it, it's going to go ahead and go down more. One more tip that I have, always put your handle on the opposite side of your tube. That way you can always pick up your gallon and move it wherever you need to move it. Do that. Always be aware where your handles are. I learned that the hard way too. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to take some regular weed fabric, put that over hole, and then go ahead, you cut it to size.
Nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect.
There we go. 2 DIY self-watering containers. At this point, we go ahead and we fill both tubes. We fill both tubes with water until the water basically comes out of there. You hear it, or this hole down here. You'll start to see the water leaking. That means you filled your container enough. For the next 2 or 3 days, the container is self-watering, so you don't have to worry about watering it. Just go ahead and check your levels, check how dry your dirt is, and that's it.